If all goes according to plan, NASA's Mars InSight mission will launch this weekend from California. On board the Atlas V401 rocket is the InSight lander, a nearly 800-pound machine loaded up with cameras, a robotic arm, a heat probe, and a seismometer that, for the first time, will allow us to examine the inner structure of the red planet. But before a robot goes to Mars, it needs to prove itself on the testing grounds of Earth. This is how Mars InSight's extremely sensitive seismometer proved its mettle before being loaded onto a rocket destined for Mars. It's one thing to pick up a seismometer in the trunk of your car, drive it somewhere, and set it up, explained InSight's principal investigator Bruce Bannett. These things are going 100 million kilometers and set up by a robot. This isn't the first seismometer to go to Mars. The Viking landers of the 1970s carried seismometers, but between wind noise, mishaps, and insufficient sensitivity, never definitively detected a Marsquake. Learning from lessons of the past, InSight's seismometer will be lifted off the lander and placed directly on the ground inside a protective casing. To decrease noise from thermal changes, the delicate pendulums that detect vibration are within a vacuum chamber. The result is a precision machine that seismometer instrument lead Philippe Logmanet of the Institut de Physique du Globe de Paris hopes will detect more than 50 Marsquakes over the mission's planned 2-year duration. While Mars is a territorial cousin to Earth with many similarities, the planet's differences are enough to make it difficult to properly field test instruments before blasting them into space. The big problem on Earth is the gravity, said Logmanet. We tested the seismometer in cold conditions, hot conditions, in all the conditions for Mars. We are very confident it will work. Any equipment needs to operate in glacial conditions tens of degrees below zero, in a thin atmosphere of mostly carbon dioxide, all under 1/3 of Earth's gravity. Just as importantly, Mars is also quiet. Unlike Earth's constant barrage of geophysical noise in the form of pounding waves, a rhythm InSight's seismometer currently picks up even while tucked on its rocket awaiting launch, and human chaos. Mars is so silent that its seismometer must be extremely sensitive to the tiniest quake.